Welcome back to Brainflow TV, y'all. Listen, this YNW Melly trial is crazy. This YNW Melly trial is really crazy. It keeps going around and around in the circle. At this point, I'm like, yo, either y'all are going to let him go, or you're going to try him and convict him, or try him and he's going to beat it at trial. But let the due process and the justice system go to work. It's been years. Come on, man. Let's get it popping. Well, for those of you who want to know what's going on with the YNW Melly trial, here we are. I got some updated information for you, and I'm about to give it to you right now. Pay attention. It says, right here, there's no telling when the retrial of Jamel YNW Melly Demons will begin. Ain't no telling when the retrial will begin, now that the prosecutors have appealed a judge's decision to keep a 20-minute documentary from being presented to the jury. So, listen, the prosecution wanted to use a certain piece of evidence against YNW Melly, right? Which is a documentary piece that's about 20 minutes long. They also want to use a lot of his music and songs and all this other stuff, which they have already submitted. But when they got to that 20-minute piece of documentary, his attorneys were like, oh, hell nah. We don't want the jury to see that, because if the jury sees this video footage of him holding an AK-47, holding a 9mm with an extended clip, holding whatever with a drum on it, they might come away with a biased decision. Certain things that was said in the video, they might not want the jury to hear him saying those things in the video. So his team is fighting to get them to get rid of it, take it out. Well, the judge had accepted the 20-minute video into evidence, and they were going to use it. And now that his team has filed an appeal, the trial is at a standstill. Can't go no further. Stuck right here. For those of y'all who don't know, YNW Melly, or Demons, he is accused of murdering his childhood friends and fellow rappers, members of his own group, YNW Juvi Thomas, or Christopher YNW Juvi Thomas, and Anthony YNW Sakchaser Williams. So it's Anthony Williams, who was known as Sakchaser, and Christopher Thomas, who was known as YNW Juvi. So you have YNW Juvi, YNW Sakchaser, YNW Melly, and then YNW Bortlen. YNW Melly and YNW Bortlen are on murder charges for taking the life, or the lives, of YNW Sakchaser and YNW Juvi, right? We're all familiar with this by now. So the first trial, which was last year, ended in a hung jury, and efforts to restart the trial or to do a retrial has been interrupted by various legal developments and disputes. I remember YNW Melly's new attorney saying, we're going to fight this from a different angle. I didn't know what he was talking about, but I know now, because what he did was he just kept on filing motions while saying speedy trial. Let's have a speedy trial. Boom, file another motion. Every motion that you file must be addressed, right? So once the motions are addressed, then we can move forward. They ended up filing so many motions, they're spending more time, the judge and whoever else is spending more time trying to clear up these motions that they keep filing so they can get to the trial. Including one of those motions is a motion to have this 20-minute documentary footage not put into evidence at trial. And now we're at a forever standstill. That's crazy. What happened to his due process? Matter of fact, a lot of people are now asking what happens to YNW Bortlen's trial. When is YNW Bortlen going to go to trial? I'll say it again. I've said it already. I think YNW Bortlen has some kind of learning disability. No disrespect to him. I've seen him do an interview, and either he was really high or he was really just a slow person, right? And I don't think that YNW Bortlen Well, not that I don't think. I think YNW Bortlen is going to go down with the sinking ship, but I don't think he should. You understand what I'm saying? I think YNW Bortlen knows this true story of what actually really happened, and he can either A, save himself, which he will probably end up with quite a few years behind bars, but he won't get a life sentence, or he can stay over there and continue to play being loyal to the homie and end up catching a life sentence without the possibility of parole alongside your homie. I don't know anybody in their 20s, early 20s, that wants to go to prison for the rest of your life. Y'all ever seen people who've been in prison since they're 19, 20, 21 years old, and now they're like 60, 70 something years old? Damn, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But hey, if that's what loyalty is to them, then more power to him. If he feel like that's what he wants to do, I can bet money YNW Bortlen's family is probably begging him. They're probably like, come on, Bortlen, listen, just tell them this, that, and the other. I gave the alibi already. I said I was driving. If I'm Bortlen, I was driving, right? The next thing I knew, dude in the front seat, Sakchaser was in the front seat. And he had his head slumped to the side. He was sleeping because we tired and we were coming from the studio and we were smoking and we were drinking, and it was like those dark hours of the early morning, right? So next thing I know, I'm just driving us home and I heard the first gunshot go off, and then my ears went numb, and I was shocked when I saw blood splatter, and I saw that it dawned on me that it was this person that was shooting our own guys. And I got scared and I thought I was gonna be shot next because he was sitting right behind me, but he didn't shoot me. He could get out of this. He won't go free because it's too late to go free, because you already participated. You already went to the police station with 2 bodies in the car. You already came up with a fake story that they have proven to be fake. You already now it's you are complicit to this crime. But you can let them know, listen, that man got money and he connected in these streets. And my family, I fear for my family's safety. So unless you could put my family someplace safe, I was just saying what I had to do, what I had to say to keep my family alive. That's for YNW Bortlen. We don't know when YNW Bortlen's trial is going to happen, because it seems like their goal is to try YNW Melly first, no matter what. So every time YNW Melly's trial get pushed up, it's been changed 3 times so far. Every time it gets pushed up, November, December, March, now we don't know when. It's gone all the way into, I'm guessing it's going to be sometime close to the summer before they decide, okay, we're ready for trial, right? Or if we hit summer and they're like, okay, back to winter, off into the next 2025. The years are adding up. Let's get to trial. Part of Demon's defense asserts that he was not with the victims when they died. That's a part of his defense, is that he wasn't there. I was not there. I don't know what y'all talking about. I was not there. That's YNW Melly's defense, was that he was not there. Prosecutors say that it is a veritable admission that Demons was there, and that's why they want that piece of video footage to be played in court, because they went and shot a documentary just right after the guys passed away, and he slipped up and said something in that document. I want to see it. I want to see what it is. He slipped up and said something in the documentary, 20-minute footage, according to prosecution, that proves to them that he was there when they died. Damn. Yeah, if I was his attorney, I'd be trying to get that not to go to court either, because that's the last thing you want them to see, is your client saying something that only somebody who was at the scene of the crime would have known that took place. That means he just put his foot in his mouth. He just dug a grave for himself. He going to prison. That's what that is, right? So they contend that Demons was the one that shot the victims. They said Melly is the one that shot the victims inside of the Jeep, while Cortland Henry, or YNW Bortlen, was driving. He's a fellow member of the group, which I just spoke about how he could get out of it. You just blazed up my mans and them. I was driving. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. That's why the blood was splattered all on me. And I got scared. This is natural human reaction, man. And you could justify this in court, okay? If the homie behind you starts shooting everybody in the vehicle and you're behind the wheel and you're driving and he's sitting right behind you and he done killed everybody in the vehicle except for you and his damn self, I'm sure there's a part of your human mind that is thinking, I'm about to get one in the head too. I better do what this man says. And now that he has proven to me that he is an actual killer, he is capable, this ain't somebody I want to play with. Because the same thing I just witnessed him do to these people, he could do it to me, he could do it to my family members. This is somebody I grew up with. So he knows where my mama at. He knows where my brother, my sister at. He knows where my daddy's at. He knows where my this, my that, and the other. You understand what I'm saying? So YNW Bortlen could be the person that holds the key to blowing this case wide open. But I believe out of loyalty for Melly, he is going to go down with the sinking ship. The defense calls the postscript hearsay that Demons did not write. Murphy said that the defense, sided with the defense. The judge sided with the defense, but agreed to delay the trial indefinitely until an appeal court can rule on whether to admit the evidence or not. So, what YNW Melly's attorneys have said about the 20-minute footage, this is why the case has been delayed. YNW Melly attorneys said the script for the documentary was written by somebody else. And they were shooting a documentary, so he only was saying stuff that somebody else wrote. He didn't write that script. The judge agreed with Melly's lawyers. But now it has to go to the appeals. So now they're waiting for an appeal court to hear the footage, see the footage, make a determination if, that's not no written script. You said what you said. Or it was a script and he was just reading a script and it does not relate to, so he won't incriminate himself in the courtroom. That's the only reason we're waiting for a YNW Melly retrial to start. Okay? So for those of you who've been wondering, what's up with the YNW Melly retrial? When are we going to get to it? Like, this is the reason why it's on hold and it should be forwarding sometime soon. Listen, man, leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. I'll catch you on the next video. It's Brainflow TV, which we call Hot Topics TV, because we talk about hot topics. And you already know, if the topic is hot, we are on it. Hit that subscribe button and go over to my other channel, which is SoFlo TV on YouTube, and hit that subscribe button over there too. I'm out. Peace.